I never thought I would do this video. I never thought I would have to do this video, and I have been thinking if I really should be doing this video. But I feel like I have no other choice. By the title, you already know what I'm gonna be talking about, but it's like, do I really want to share this part of my life? And I'm looking back thinking, for the past, I don't know how many years I have been on YouTube now, I have been sharing everything. I have been sharing all my struggles when it comes to pregnancy and losing a child and being pregnant, giving birth. Even I have a video of me giving birth on the internet, so why should I feel ashamed sharing this part of my life when it's not something to be ashamed over, but it's something very personal. And I feel like if I can help one person out there, like a few of other YouTubers have done for me, then I feel like it's worth it. I yesterday got the confirmation and the diagnosis that I have in fact multiple sclerosis, or MS.
Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass.
And it has been coming for a while. I was not shocked hearing that yesterday, because they had already told me a few times that that's what they think that I have, but yesterday was like the confirmation. Now you have it in your books, like you have this diagnosis. And it's been a roller coaster coming to this point, and I feel like I need to sit down and write down my thoughts and like what happened when, to give you guys a proper like how I got my diagnosis story and all of that, because I feel like that's what people who are newly diagnosed look for, because you want to see what it's like and you want to know what to expect, basically. But the thing is, everybody is different, so we don't really know what to expect, and the doctors don't know what to expect. But if you don't know what multiple sclerosis is autoimmune sickness, I don't know how to say, where your immune system attacks your own nervous system and breaks it down and leaves scarring on the nerves. Basically what happens is that the immune system thinks that the sheet that is covering the nerves, which is called myelin if I'm not mistaken, it believes that sheet, that protection of the nerves, is an enemy that it needs to kill, basically. So it starts to attack that sheet, and when it has done enough damage, the sheet partially disappears and it leaves the nerves exposed, and that can lead to nerve damage. And or before they can give you a diagnosis, they have various tests that they need to do, and I have been doing a few MRIs. I have done a spinal tap, which was horrible in my case. Normally that's a routine procedure, but for me it was very complicated, and it left me in bed unable to move for about 11 days or so. And by that point I gave up, and I went to the emergency room, and they admitted me for an additional like 5 days or so. I have a vlog of that, but that's a different story that I could share in another video. But I'm just giving you like a little bit of what's going on, like a life update, a health update, because when I started this journey to try and figure out what was wrong with me, I believed that I was suffering from postpartum complications. I had been saying from the beginning, I believe that I have permanent nerve damage from being pregnant, from putting so much stress on my body, because I have severe scoliosis and I have been pregnant 3 times, and all of my births have been quite complicated, and I have had a lot of pain afterwards. But now it turns out that most of my aches and pains and problems actually comes from MS. So it was a big shock to me when I discovered that that's what they were looking for, because I was naive and I thought that I had some other issue going on. So when they first informed me that that's what they were investigating, was when I had the initial how do you say, initial, I think, shock, and I was crying and I was like, didn't believe it, and God knows what. And I felt like when they said that, like I said, I would have to go into detail in another video, like what happened when, because I should probably not have had that information so early on. I got it from, not from the I did not get it from the neurologist. I got it from my healthcare provider, because I went there and because I was waiting for results, and I said, they're not calling me, can you see anything in my paperwork? And she gave me a sheet and it basically said that that's what they were looking for. So that's how I found out, and it was a bit of a shock, of course. But yeah, now I am currently still dealing with symptoms, and we are in process of thinking about treatment, what could be good for me, what is not good for me, do I want treatment, and all of that. But because of what they found on my MRIs, I feel like I don't really have a choice. He told me yesterday that there is in fact a lot of, as his quote, you have a lot of lesions in your brain, and he showed me the pictures, the MRI, and it showed that I had lesions basically distributed all over the brain, but mostly in the back and in the middle and a little bit down my neck. Nothing in the spinal cord by now, but I do have a quite big lesion that is still active, and that's obviously a little bit scary, because that means that it's currently doing damage and it's currently like attacking me, and that's maybe why I still have symptoms that won't go away, and could mean that more things are gonna happen if we don't stop it with some kind of treatment. But yeah, so going from thinking that I have like postpartum complications to actual getting a diagnosis that I have MS is just... And to think that I have 2 little kids I have to be strong for and to take care of. And Caesar was saying, because he came to the meeting yesterday with me, and he asked and he said, so if you look at her results and if you look at her symptoms, and what's your estimate, like, do you think she will be, how severe will this be? And he said, or like he said, in how many years are we gonna start to see like noticeable like disability or change for the worst in her? And he said that it's obviously impossible to say, because every person is different, but he said I would guess in 15 years or so, and I'm 32, so to me that sounded like a very near future. And I think that together with the knowledge of that there is a lot of lesions going on in my brain is a tough pill to swallow. And I have always thought of myself as a very, very healthy person. My body, I have never been, I never get sick. If everybody at home is down with the flu or virus or whatever, I never get sick. It's almost like my immune system is too good. It's like it is working so hard that it's even working more than it should, doing other things that it should not be doing. And I remember saying to Caesar when I was pregnant that I have never felt so good in my life, like in general health. Of course you have pains, aches and pains when you're pregnant and you feel nauseous and all of that, but like my head was so clear, because brain fog is one of my symptoms. And I remember when I was pregnant, my mind was so clear and I could think, and I had bursts of energy that I now lack. Hector is playing with his dad outside. And like I felt like a different person, and I loved to be pregnant. not only for that reason, but that was one of the reasons. And I now know why in my own like logic thinking, because when you are pregnant, the immune system you have gets suppressed a little bit to not attack the fetus, because the fetus is obviously like a foreign object to the body, and to invite that like you get a miscarriage or something like that, the body is so smart sometimes. It suppresses the immune system and that way protects the fetus. And when you take medications for MS, it's to suppress the immune system. So in my mind, that's why I was feeling so good, because I don't believe that I got my MS now, because when they are investigating symptoms from like 1.5 years ago, so like after Hector was born, I had a very big flare-up, as they call it, or attack or whatever, and I believe that I had that prior to that, but I didn't know what was happening to my body. And I have sometimes like things going on like everybody, and I'm just like, that's nothing. But I don't think that all of the lesions that I have could have been from this one episode. I don't believe so, because it was a lot of them. So what I'm doing now is that I'm looking into like alternative things that I can do to help myself in this situation. I have changed my diet. I have looked into various types of diets, because that can highly affect your MS. And I'm currently on the Best Bet diet, and I feel like they are there are a few amazing people out there that is trying to spread the word, and who knows, maybe that's why I'm sharing it. Maybe that's why I feel like I want to share this part too. But if you are newly diagnosed, or if you are in that stage where they are testing you and you don't know what's gonna happen, I just want to say that you're not alone. I feel your pain. I pray for you, and I really hope that you get the help that you need and the support around you from your family and friends. If you want a friend, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. We can keep in contact. You can reach me on Instagram, and I am happy to support you and like try and be positive and help you get through this, because we will get through this. And I'm not giving up. I'm not gonna let this disease dictate how I live my life, other than the fact that I need to make a healthier lifestyle change. Like I need to eat a little bit better, I'm gonna exercise more, all of that things that I already actually started. If you have been following me for a while, you know that I started a health journey because I felt like something was wrong and I needed to make a change. I just didn't know what change I needed to make, and now I have it more clear what it is that I need to do. But yeah, so I did not have any complications after my last pregnancy. I thought I had a few hernias in my back, but that's not what it was. It's just symptoms from my flare-ups and my attacks. And yeah, I will go over my symptoms also in another video, but it's a very lonely place to be, even if you have a lot of people supporting you. It's a very strange feeling to know that you could wake up tomorrow blind. Or it's a very strange feeling to know that one day your legs could stop working. That's what happened to me when I sought help from the beginning, was that my legs fell asleep and I couldn't feel them, and they started giving out underneath and I couldn't walk properly. And that's when I started to seek help, and that was last summer. So summer of 2021. And now here I am. So I'm gonna try and gather myself. I'm gonna make a plan of what to do. I'm gonna mourn, and I'm gonna try to focus on the positive things and not only what scares me, because there's a lot of things that scares me. I'm scared of the treatment, I'm scared of the disease, I'm scared of how far along I am in the disease, I'm scared of what my kids will say the day they find out, and I don't want to spend my days in the hospital. I don't want to have to go to the hospital so many times. I really don't want to spend my time doing that things. Tomorrow I'm going back for some results to know if I need to get some vaccines before I could potentially start treatment. But yeah, that's what's going on. And I need to organize myself, I need to organize my thoughts a little bit more before I can do a proper like story time of everything that happened, because there is a lot of information. But thank you for watching today, friends, and I truly appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for sending me the support that you have been doing, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I truly believe that we can help each other out. Nobody likes to be alone, and neither do I. So every little bit of interaction with people that are going through the same things, or people who has a loved one or a friend that's going through this, put us in contact with each other. That way we can be less lonely and help each other. So I'm gonna leave you with that, and thank you for watching today, friends, and I will see you guys in an upcoming video. Much love. Bye.
I don't need to